hour and a half. He said, my pain dissolved, my head became clear, I stopped shaking, and he said, I got a new life. He said, I'm going to take charge of it. I saw this fellow last week. I've seen him many times over the past 6 months, and it goes on day after day. He's no longer in pain. And it became a little frightening, this dramatic change that he went through, this complete 180 in his life. And to get a reference point, since I met him when he was all doubled over until now, when he's had this rebirth, I need a reference point, so I've asked him for names of people that he's known through his life. And yesterday he brought me a whole list of phone numbers, school teachers, aunts and uncles, people that have known him for a long time, so I can compare where he was at before and where he's at now, because he speaks only positive messages today. He is up on life, he's learning daily, and he's been renewed. This is a dramatic case of what we see with cannabis medicine. But we do see it time and time again, people with a better quality of life, people managing chronic pain. To the fellow that supervised myself during my doctorate degree, a fellow named Hans Stieg, I like that to go on record because he had a tremendous influence on where I'm at today and how I look at medicine. My doctorate degree is in human pathology, which is the study of disease and what goes wrong in the human body. And I've been studying herbs and supplements for about 30 years now. It started with a fellow, Hans Stieg, who introduced me to herbal medicine by sending me to India during my doctorate work. And in India, I was exposed to Ayurvedic and herbal medicines that aren't seen here. And there's a lot of old people in India and a lot of people not taking heart pills and antidepressants and all the kinds of synthetic pharmaceuticals that people are on here. And my thinking changed about what is real medicine and what's not. Anyway, because cannabis has such a profound efficacy with chronic pain, it's on Health Canada's high priority list for people getting MMAR licenses.
What does MMAR stand for?
Medical Marijuana Access Regulations. Health Canada's legal access to cannabis. You can get it through a form signed by your medical doctor or specialist that cannabis is required for treating a specific symptom. One of these is chronic pain, another is spine damage, brain injury, multiple sclerosis. Those are all high priority by Health Canada. I encourage anyone in this room that has the capability of getting an MMAR license to grow your own and possess your own cannabis to do so as quickly as possible. It allows you to be in possession of an illegal plant. Something that bothers me daily is that we have the most useful plant in the world is illegal. I told a member of parliament I spoke to a few weeks ago that the whole House of Commons should give their head a shake. This is a plant that grows anywhere in the world and has tremendous, unreal efficacy for treating a broad range of illnesses in a non-toxic way. And if you can access it legally, get a license that you can carry around, a card that you're licensed to grow and possess cannabis, by all means do that. It lets you become one of the few people in the world that can possess the most useful plant and make use of it. The application process has become a little simpler. It's still not easy for the doctor and for the patient, but it is possible. But we have a projector. Maybe I'll stop here and take some questions while we're sitting at the projector. Maybe let me ask one first. Is anybody here managing chronic pain with cannabis? What's the percentage here? Okay, say about a quarter? Yeah, okay. Good. I believe that what I'm saying about the percentages of people we see in our club, and as well as Ted probably sees at his club, is what the medical doctors will see coming into their offices asking to, oh, sorry, I was going to take questions. Let's let me finish on this point. That is what the medical doctors will see, in the same percentage of people coming into their offices wanting to make inquiries about medical cannabis. 70% will be with chronic pain, roughly 50% HIV positive, Hep C positive, a smaller percentage with seizure disorder. But this is what the medical community will see. Yeah.
I'd like some clarification on how the hypothalamus in the brain, right, delivers THC to the body. Is it like reproduced in the hypothalamus and then delivered, or is it purely the THC that is in the delivery system?
When you say THC, you're talking of an endocannabinoid, not the THC from the plant, correct? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm talking about just how the hypothalamus works, right? Like, you know, you had a little bit of coffee, right? And the coffee works, you know, I mean, you get a little high off it, right? You get a stimulant, of course. I was just wondering how THC affects the hypothalamus.
Well, how it affects the hypothalamus? You know, I'd like to know what it does. The hypothalamus is an endocrine organ, meaning it secretes hormones in your brain. One that it secretes is luteinizing hormone, another one is follicle-stimulating hormone, and those are the female and the male. They're different, but anyway, they tell your testes to produce testosterone. So it gives you male characteristics if your hypothalamus is active, secreting these hormones. I would love to know what THC cannabis does to testosterone and estrogen levels. There's no data on it. I know I've avoided your question, but
no, due to quantum mechanics, right? They say the hypothalamus is the most advanced chemical producing system known to man, right? Right? It can create any chemical combination, and then those plug into the cells, right? Like little keys.